This is a weird angle, isn't it? I'm feeling very cross-eyed. Okay, that needs to stop. It's me, Mandy, in Murcia, still here. 20-ish weeks to go, or is it 19 now? Why is this video late? Well, the short story is I spilled some juice on my keyboard of my laptop, and that didn't go very well. Look at all that empty space, that wasteland, just a no man's land between here and there. So many brave soldiers lost that day. Lieutenant enter, Corporal 3, sergeants up and down. They fought heroically and limped on to fight another day. We will not forget our fallen heroes. They will be remembered. Plus I can just press these little bits, these squishy rubbery bits here, and oh, they kind of feel a bit like tiny nipples. So that'll be fun. Would not recommend. 10 out of 10. Would not recommend. Would not do again. C'est la vie. I don't know what that is in Spanish. Murcia this week. I've walked around a lot more. I've seen more of the city. And this is what I saw. So this is one of the kind of town hall buildings. Spanish flag flying very proudly. Here there's still some of the Christmas decorations up when I filmed this actually. And as you can kind of see from this footage, I think, Murcia is a very relaxed feeling. There's the palm trees, the flowers, the fountains. Everyone walks slowly. It's a really nice kind of vibe to be living in, very different to London. And here's the main theatre, Teatro de Romeo. There's 3 theatres in Murcia, and this is kind of the big commercial one, the most expensive, but has the most kind of every man's programme, with some cafes out in front in the square. And this is Plaza Santa Dominga, which is one of my favourite squares. There's this big church, the trees. It's a really nice open space. There's lots of cafes and bars around here. Definitely one of my favourite spots that I've kind of discovered so far. And it's just around the corner from the theatre square, which you just saw, which is just up behind that red brick building there. And the orange trees, of course. So there must be hundreds of orange trees that I've seen around Murcia. They're growing on quite a lot of the streets, and the oranges just fall into the roads, and it's definitely a different vibe to London, of course. And then there's the Plaza de Toros, of course, the bull ring. And then right here you can see next to it is also the football stadium. And then here we have the cuartel. So it's the barracks. Cuartel means barracks. Basically they built these as artillery barracks. There's a lot of them still standing, but now they use them as a gallery, a theatre, a music school, an aquarium. And they've got these nice squares out with fountains and stuff, and it's right by where I'm living at the moment, so that's a really nice place to kind of stop by. And then here we've got the cathedral, the Murcia Cathedral. It's probably the main attraction in the city. It was built over quite a long period, so there's lots of different styles on it, some Baroque features, I think. And actually in the main square of the cathedral, right at the end of the Christmas celebrations, they did a performance, which is this out here with all the chairs. And here's another angle of it. I haven't been up the tower yet, but I am planning on going in the next week or so. And actually, as part of the Christmas decorations, they had this big red carpet running all the way through the city. But I like to think that they actually put the red carpet out for my arrival. And here you can see the same cathedral tower way off in the distance as we're standing on this cycle and walkway path down beside this park. And I hope from these little clips you kind of get an idea of the atmosphere and the feeling of living here in Murcia. And just here you'll be able to see it was my first little bit of tapas, some patatas bravas, funny little sauces, and ensalada with a glass of sangria. I was reading my book about comedy, and actually later the week I went to a comedy night at a bar, and here's a clip from that. Yeah, no, I didn't really understand that much at all, really. No idea what he's saying. But, you know, it was a nice bar, and it was fairly packed, so it was a nice night out by myself, as usual. And this is while I went snorkeling off the coast of Murcia. Of course I'm kidding, this is the aquarium. It's in the cuartel which I showed you earlier. It's a small aquarium, it was only €1, but I really like aquariums. And this is just by where I'm living, so I think I'm going to probably go back quite a few times. I really hope you enjoyed this video, please let me know what you thought. Most of the last 2 weeks I've been concentrating on learning Spanish, and I've been doing loads of
meetups with Spanish people, exchanging language, and these were my thoughts after one of the last ones I did, so I'll leave you with this.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling pretty cool. I'm pretty good. I just did a language exchange with someone and it went pretty well. And I feel pretty awesome, like I feel good about myself. I just was taking my contact lenses out, so right now I can't see for shit, but I was looking in the mirror and I was like, yeah, you got this, you're cool, you're great, I'm fucking proud of you. And I wish I could feel like this all the time. I should get some sleep because I've got a Spanish class in about 7 hours, so see you later.